no matter how many Batman movies, comics, TV shows you have watched, this question keeps on reoccurring. How does he actually fly?
It's called memory.
Okay, let's start
Tell us
over with
anything?
this. What is the Batman glider made of? The cape
Regularly
is
flexible.
made out of a fabric-like
put
substance
a
that
current
hardens
through it.
when in the presence of small electric
Molecules
charges,
realign.
hence the electric
Complete.
gloves
What kind of shapes can
that
you
was
make?
featured in
Tailor it to fit
Batman
any structure based
throughout
on
the
the
series.
skeleton.
Too expensive for the army?
For Batman to fly through the city like a bat, his lift has to be higher than his downforce. But for that to happen, Batman's structure of the cape has to be something like this. But how is he still able to fly like in the movies? It's because he can only travel horizontally, or you could say he glides. In the movies, it shows Batman traveling upwards and downwards throughout the city. But in real life, in order to do that, you would need to run at a certain rate of momentum and he needs to jump off a certain point to travel horizontally. But you don't see that in movies. But even if he does that, you need to take the shape of Batman's cape into consideration. As you all know, the cape is shaped like a bat. But before we go into more detail, let's learn about wingsuits, which apply the same physics as Batman's cape. So watch the following clip closely.
I always make sure that when I'm jumping,
3, 2, 1, see.
I'm jumping because this is exactly what I want to be doing. And we're flying within 10, 20 feet of boulders and making pylon turns around them, knowing that if we fly outside on the right side of the first one, we can get set up for a perfect dive down the line to a couple more reference boulders, skim those, and then when you get to the last cliff band, you can just flare out with a ton of energy. It doesn't get any better than that when you're in tight formation, down low with friends, flying a line that you're very comfortable with, and then just pushing it just a little bit more and getting a little bit more ground rush and flying as fast as you can. And then coming into safe landings in a big old wide open area like this, it's...
As you can see, wingsuits work like this. As you're traveling downwards, the wingsuit captures air inside itself to float. But Batman's cape is not capable of such a thing. But for Batman to fly, his cape needs to be bigger than it already is. Why, you may ask? So after accounting for the drag and lift forces acting on Batman in flight, it seems to be that after he descends, his glider is not capable of taking that much pressure at once. So chances are that he will most definitely fall to his doom. Also, it turns out that his glider has only a 15.4 foot wingspan, which is just half that of an ordinary hang glider. Also, one more fact. When launching off a 495 foot high Gotham City skyscraper and gliding for around 1,500 feet, Batman's velocity would peak at 48 mph before he dies. If there is a way for Batman to survive that kind of a fall, he would need to make his cape stronger or bigger in that case.
I can't leave until I...
So in conclusion, Batman can't really fly.
So what do you think?